Hello, my name is Corinne Wilson. I am a student at College of Southern Maryland. I am presenting an informative speech on sickle cell disease. Thank you. Okay. What is sickle cell? Sickle cell disease is a serious disorder in which the body makes sickle-shaped red blood cells. Sickle-shaped means that the red blood cells are shaped like a crescent. This prevents the cells from transferring oxygen to the needed areas, causing pain. Sickle cell is
Question a lot.
According to www.nhlbi.nih.gov, normal red blood cells are disc-shaped and look like donuts without holes in the center. They move easily through your blood vessels. Red blood cells contain an iron-rich protein called hemoglobin. This protein carries oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body. Sickle cells contain abnormal hemoglobin called sickle hemoglobin or hemoglobin S. Sickle hemoglobin causes the cells to develop a sickle shape or crescent shape. Sickle cells are stiff and sticky. They tend to block blood flow in the blood vessels of the limbs and organs. Blocked blood flow can cause pain, serious infections, and organ damage. Who's affected? Are there different types? I have been living with sickle cell for 20 years, and I can't answer every question about the disease. I learn something different about the disease every day, and this makes me excited. Sickle cell comes in two major types. Sickle cell anemia, or SS, is by far the hardest one to deal with. Hemoglobin SS means the carrier receives the S gene from each parent. Carriers with SS tend to have more pain crises, more health problems, and shorter lives. Sickle cell SC, this is what I have, means that one parent passed the S gene and the other parent passed the C gene, both parents having the sickle cell trait. Who's affected? Okay. Most people think only African Americans are affected by sickle cell. When I was younger, I used to think the same thing. Up until recently, I found out that all races can be affected, but the African American race is the majority. Sickle cell came about when malaria was killing off people in the sub-Saharan area of Africa. In order for the people to survive the malaria attack, their blood mutated into the sickle gene. This sickle gene then got passed on to future generations. Sickle cell anemia is most common in people whose families come from Africa, South and Central America, especially Panama, Caribbean islands, Mediterranean countries such as Turkey, Greece, and Italy, India, and Saudi Arabia. In the United States, it's estimated that sickle cell anemia affects 70,000 to 100,000 people, mainly African Americans. The disease occurs in about 1 out of every 500 African American births. The disease occurs in more than 1 out of every 36,000 Hispanic American births. More than 2 million Americans have sickle cell trait. The condition occurs in about 1 in 12 African Americans. And I got this information from nhlbi.nih.gov. What have you been through? Speaking of what I've been through, I've been through the parvovirus. According to the doctors, the parvovirus is nothing more than a cold. For me, having sickle cells turned the parvovirus into this demon that attacked me.
What happened?
What happened? On the morning of January 2nd, 2007, I had a bad sickle cell crisis in my back. My mother took me to the hospital, and I was later admitted. I was in a very bad condition, so the doctors and nurses couldn't tell my family what was wrong. I lost mobility, ability to talk, and I also lost the ability to be independent. The different medicines I was on. Oh my God. The different medicines I was on made me lose my memory, so I can't remember what happened exactly. My mother told me that I lost a tremendous amount of weight, and I didn't look like Corinne. I spent 2 months at Children's National Medical Center. They are the ones who saved my life. I was later sent to the National Rehabilitation Hospital. They helped me talk, walk, and become independent again. Okay, post-parvovirus. Once I was cured from the parvovirus, I returned to school. I finished school on time, and now I am a college student on a journey to becoming a pediatrician. I've always wanted to become a pediatrician, but after my experience, it has made me want to help children more. What surgeries did you have? Okay, thanks for asking. I've had a total of 4 surgeries. I've had eye surgery because I had a sickle cell crisis in my eye, leaving a blood clot in my line of sight. I was the only one who could see the red dot. The surgery was a laser removal of the blood clot. The next surgery was my gallbladder removal. No, the gallbladder is not the bladder that holds the urine, but it is an organ that is located on the liver, which secretes bile. Lastly are my hip replacement surgeries. I had my hips replaced because I had a condition called AVN. What is AVN? Thanks for asking. AVN is a hip joint problem where the blood supply to the femoral head or the ball portion of the joint is reduced or obliterated. This causes this portion of the bone to die, which leads to the collapse of the affected bone and femoral head surface. What kind of treatment do you have? Thanks. When I have a sickle cell crisis, I take tramadol. This pill is somewhat like Motrin. If the pills don't work, then I have to go to the hospital. At the hospital, they give me morphine and Benadryl. Benadryl just because the morphine makes me itch. If I don't get better while in the emergency room, then they'll send me upstairs because I was admitted to the hospital. Usually, I stay in the hospital for a couple of days. When I get discharged from the hospital, I am tired and still in a little pain. What are the benefits? Even though sickle cell can be very painful, I can still teach others about it. Other than the pain itself, Stop it. Oh. I have endured having this disease because I feel it has made me grow up a little faster than those my age. By me having this disease, I have met great doctors and nurses and have made some long-term friendships. Sickle cell can be very difficult to deal with, but if you take the time out to ask questions, you will learn a lot about the disease. This disease is very interesting. Besides the pain, I get to teach others like you all about it. If you come in contact with the carrier of sickle cell, do not pity them because they have the disease, but applaud them because of what they may have gone through. Learning about sickle cell has helped me throughout my years of living with it. I hope you all I hope you all have learned something new about the disease. Thank you.
Thank you.